21st century off-roaders are a very different breed to the original cars that defined the whole four-wheel drive concept. And the original Nissan Murano was one of the ones that really pushed the styling boundaries. And now there is a second generation Murano, and as you can see, it's taken that whole styling direction to the next level, particularly with the radical shark-looking nose. You know, the whole Murano shape hasn't changed radically. It's still a 5-seater four-wheel drive, but obviously the lines now are a lot cleaner, a lot neater. You can also see there's a lot more attention to detail. It gives the car a bit of a classier flavour. Inside too, the whole Murano concept hasn't changed radically, so it drives a lot more like a car than a truck. In fact, it's pretty friendly on the road. It steers alright, it brakes alright, and it also maintains its composure through the corners pretty well. It's actually pretty sporty for a four-wheel drive like this. But one thing you are reminded of in the Murano is that it's very much made with the American market in mind. So the steering, it's a little bit remote, you do get a little bit of kickback here and there. But on the whole, pretty comfortable and pretty easy to live with. And the other great thing about the Murano is the engine. Now the 350Z sports car, it's a pretty quick car. This car's got exactly the same engine, almost 200 kilowatts of power. Squeeze the throttle, it does get along pretty well. And the other thing with the Murano is instead of a regular automatic transmission, it's got a CVT, a continuously variable transmission. So instead of fixed gear ratios, it's got an infinite amount of ratios. Inside, the Murano maintains the futuristic styling theme, although it has been cleaned up a lot more for this second generation model. It's a lot cleaner, a lot neater, and everything is easier to use. Now, of course, one of the things with the Murano, it's not going to be super cheap, something like $50,000 in Australia. So things like an automated tailgate make it a little easier to live with. And of course, you get plenty of fancy gadgets, electric seats, leather, heated seats, and check this out. A one-touch lever helps you lower the seats in the back, but that's not the end of it. One more touch and it electrically comes back up. Pretty cool. Combine that with a tailgate, you've got a pretty good four-wheel drive for the city.